Hi. Come here. So, I don't really care that I look like crap right now. I just needed to record how I felt because I feel so sluggish. I stayed up until 3:30 watching Dota because there were good matches and it's the finals tonight. So, I'm like, I never stay up anymore. I'm usually in bed by 10 to 11 p.m. I don't really like staying up just because I feel like staying up is something I used to do more when I would play something intensely, or like I was the type of person where if I was in a party, like a 5-stack in Dota, and I was feeling like that doesn't happen very often, and getting 5 people together in a group, that felt like a rare opportunity for me. So because it didn't happen often, I would just be willing to play until the group fell apart. I would always be that person who would not ask for breaks and just like always be down to play. But that doesn't happen anymore, so I'm usually in bed pretty early. But last night I was dying and falling asleep, but I really wanted to watch those matches. Luckily, the last best of 3 was a 2-0, so I was able to finally go to sleep. So now it's almost 12 and I just woke up. It doesn't even seem that bad. I used to wake up at 12 regularly. Those were the younger days. Now waking up at 12 makes me feel kind of crappy. And then I have these cats. So right now I still have Milo crated at night because I need him to not be noisy. When I move to the house, I'm going to put them in our room, so that shouldn't be an issue anymore. But Sammy, for some reason, just meows really loud in the morning at times. Sometimes I bring him into the room with me, and then he meows to get out of the room, which I assume is to pee. But then he's out here howling for like 15 minutes, and he won't shut up. And cats, man, they're like causing me daily stress sometimes. I mean, Milo, I can't fault him for that because he's a kitten, but Sammy, like, I don't know why he does these things. One of his really bad habits is he bites the air. So the way I would describe it is sometimes, you know how there's like strings that come off the boxes that you get from like Amazon and stuff? Basically where they seal it in the middle, if you open it, there's those strings that stick out, and sometimes in the past I would leave those lying around my apartment, and then he would go there and bite those like that. He would do that. So now he starts doing that when there's nothing around. Like he just does it in the air. He goes like, he does that. And he does it super obnoxious where it makes a pretty loud noise. Like he flicks his tongue while he does it. So he does that every single day. And that was pretty much why I stopped letting him into my bedroom, because in the middle of the night I would hear him doing that shit and it would wake me up. And it would piss me off because I don't know why he does that. It's such a bad habit for him. Well, it's not a bad habit, it's just annoying because I don't know why he does it long term. He never used to do it. Maybe it was my fault for leaving boxes lying around. I thought cats liked boxes. Not for the biting purposes to develop bad habits or anything, but finals are on tonight at midnight, so that kind of sucks. It'll be late again for me, but it's Saturday, whatever, and I really want to watch this matchup, so that will be a very good final. It is China versus China. I always win during these tournaments because Chinese teams are doing really well right now. So I do have favored Chinese teams, but I'm always kind of like, if one wins over the other, I don't really care as much because I do have pride for my people. And it's a Chinese tournament too. So it's nice hearing Mandarin in general. I do feel like at times I have been so removed from my culture, and it does suck because I love the Mandarin language. I think it's so beautiful, and I don't hear it very often at all. Like I talk to my parents not very rarely, but not super often because we don't have much to talk about. So they are my only source of Mandarin right now. I would love to be fluent one day, but I think that's a really difficult task. Unless I hire a tutor or something, maybe eventually I will start dedicating myself to doing it, but I would just be a little concerned that if I don't speak it regularly every day, I would forget what I learned. Hopefully that's not the case once you become fluent. But yes, morning rambles. I need to shower and wake up and start doing stuff for my day. So hope everyone's having a really nice few days after Thanksgiving. Okay, so I'm going to have to pair Riley's color with a new receiver because the backlight, let's see, okay, there we go. So normally this screen right here lights up blue every time I turn the dial, but lately it has stopped. So I sent, hey, come back. I just need to take your collar off. So lately I contacted customer service to tell them that because I wanted to see if maybe I accidentally hit like a function that started doing that. But, okay, goodbye. They said they would send me another receiver because I was still under warranty. And it is unfortunate because the other model, this is the ET400, they have an ET300. And the only difference is distance. So this one goes up to 3/4 of a mile of range. And then the other one is just half a mile. What? They sent me yellow again. I asked for orange. Anyways, what are you doing? What are you doing? Always so goofy. Okay, so yeah, I mean, they sent me a new one. I wanted orange. Well, I wanted pink. The other model had pink. That's why I was talking about the other one. And pink is my favorite color. So I it's just so drawn to pink. I swear I buy pink for everything. And it's like I see it and I just fall in love with it. But I have to pair it with my new color. So turn on the transmitter. Okay, it's set MC mode to M only. So it's blue, which is actually a big difference because this is hard. I hate not being able to see like a frontal screen or something because it makes so much difference. But yeah, see, turning the dial, nothing, blue. Turning the dial, blue. So in the dark, this you can't see shit. Turn off the color receiver. So usually when you want to turn it on, you just align these red dots to turn it off. See? So this is off. Rotate the intensity dial to 0 is what it says. Turn off the color receiver. Position the transmitter on-off magnetic red dot for more than 5 seconds until the green LED receiver blinks rapidly. Okay, let's see how this works. Man, there's all these little hairs of hers stuck on this, and I mean, that's natural, but I don't like seeing it, so I want to pull it out. So, okay, let's do this. Hold it for more than 5 seconds. Okay, blinking like crazy. Press both stimulation buttons, these two. Oh crap. Oh crap, I think I did it too slow. It says press both stimulation buttons of the transmitter simultaneously within 5 seconds and hold for 2 seconds. Wait, did it match? There we go. And then press these two. Ah, there we go. Okay, I think it's working now. I'm gonna test it. Testing it on my fingers right now. Let's turn the dial to 1. That was like probably way too low for me to feel. Okay, I feel it. Felt the 4. Felt the 5. Okay, now I can put it back on her, and I actually have to send this old receiver back or they will charge me $100. Okay, I am going to the supermarket. It is a perfect day today, not too hot, not too cold, so I want to find stuff to do. You know, sometimes as an introvert, it's really hard to find something to do and at the same time, I don't really want to be spending money, so free activities while going out, that to me is usually hiking. Okay, I'm gonna go. All right, so the first thing I got is Halo Top ice cream. This is kind of like, I don't know, it says it's a good source of protein, but I usually buy this if I feel like eating some ice cream without all the calories. It's 200 calories, 280 calories for this entire thing, and it is the birthday cake flavor. I think this is one of the few flavors of theirs that I enjoy. Cookies and cream is one of my other favorite flavors of ice cream, not for Halo Top specifically, but yeah, their cookies and cream doesn't taste so good, so I bought that once and would not buy that again. So I have mushrooms for my potato mix of stuff that I'm still doing. I feel like I've been so lazy to change what else I make with it. Raspberries, these I bought in the hopes that I would put these in oatmeal that I make for breakfast. I have amazing mango, Bolthouse Farms. I pretty much drink water for life, but then once in a while I get really bored of just water. So I've been buying this for the past 3 weeks, just one bottle, and it tastes pretty good, and it's really healthy too. So win-win. I also bought some Renewzits vanilla because vanilla is one of my favorite scents, but I go through these pretty quickly because I lift them pretty high because I have a small space and the litter box is right there. So sometimes right after Milo takes a dump, it smells awful for like the next 15 minutes. Next, I have Hot Pockets, of course. I ran out last week, and I mean, this isn't the best meal or anything, and then I wouldn't consider it a meal by itself, but sometimes if I'm lazy, I need something that I can make very quickly and easily and that I enjoy eating, and this is it for now. I have some Tyson crispy chicken strips for easy meat to eat. I have some frozen shrimp as an additional easy meat to make. I have some sweet potatoes this time instead of regular potatoes. So I was hoping that I would just make it the same way. I don't have as many sweet potatoes, but I do believe sweet potatoes are pretty filling. So I think one of them can serve as 1.5 servings of food. I'm not sure. I haven't had sweet potatoes in a while, but they're very good for you. So that was why I got them. I have zucchini. I never had zucchini much in the past, but I made them a lot recently, and I like the way they taste. They're soft, and I feel like they don't really soften too much either, because sometimes I feel like if you have leftovers of vegetables, they soften the more you reheat, and then at some point it kind of tastes kind of gross. So these hold up pretty well for that. And then really just the last thing I have is more sponges. I've been really bad about replacing the sponges I used to clean my dishes with, just because like you should replace them relatively often because they do end up building up bacteria and stuff like that. And I also I'm kind of gross where I feed Riley raw food, right, and I use a spoon to scoop it into her bowl. So I usually just throw that into my sink into some bowl of water, and I'm sure eventually enough times of that is not so good if I don't clean out my sink regularly, but I haven't been. This has nothing to do with the sponges actually. Well, I do kind of keep the sponge in the sink. But anyways, make sure you kind of replace them regularly just to make sure that you're not rubbing a sponge full of bacteria on your bowls or anything. but they're green, made with recycled materials and stuff, so that's always good. But yeah, that's really all I got. It's really easy shopping for a single person, so that's what I like about it. And yeah, time to put this stuff away. Okay, so I just got a package from Victoria's Secret, and I'm kind of excited about it. So I'm going to open this on camera, even though 90% of this stuff people won't give a shit about. But they had like a 40% off sale. And I've been in a phase where I'm just buying a lot of activewear, and I like pink, so they had a lot of pink stuff on their website, so I wanted to buy it. So the first one is just a pink sports bra. This looks big. Kind of hope this will fit me. It should. Next, white one of the same kind. And then a sweatshirt. I kind of don't feel like opening them on camera right now just because I want to keep them in the bag so they don't get hair on them. But yeah, so I don't go out very much, and I do like to dress fashionable, but I can't really spend my money on the clothes I want because it's kind of like they end up sitting in the closet. So my lifestyle doesn't really match my fashion taste, so it kind of clashes there, and it sucks because I really do like dressing up and everything and going out, but I don't feel like there's much of a point in buying expensive clothes, which is the type I like, if I go out for like at most 1 hour every day. So I'm trying to buy more of comfort wear that still manage to look pretty nice on someone if you keep your body in shape. So the next one is just a pink, I think this is the long sleeve, pink long sleeve tee, just very basic. And then these are pants, like the stretchy kind, I guess kind of like yoga pants because they hug your ass, capris. So they go like, hit like your mid-thigh area. Yeah, actually, wow, I bought so much pink. This is pink pants, same concept. And then the last one, I bought a pink jacket kind of thing, no hoodie. Even though I like hoodies, I kind of don't like, so the way they sit like around your shoulder area, that kind of bothers me because if it's not like perfectly symmetrical and then the fabric or whatever doesn't like land properly on my back and whatnot, I get kind of annoyed. So I didn't want a hoodie, but the jackets that I brought from New Jersey are a little bit too, they're not really easy to pair with, I guess. Like I have a leather jacket, and then I have a coat that I haven't been wearing, a Burberry coat, because it's not cold enough. I really want to wear it though. And then, yeah, and then I have my black down jacket. So aside from that, I don't really have like a middle ground for something to keep me warm if it's like 60s outside. I only have one zip up, and I don't want to wear that all the time. So I need to get more stuff. But this is kind of the start. I don't want to be buying too much clothes though, because, you know, I manage with what I have. So until I have, you know, I want to keep myself focused on important life purchases like houses and not stuff like clothes. Clothing, you know, it's just stuff for confidence, and I feel like what I have now works. You know, I don't need more than what I have right now. If I were to redo my wardrobe, which I am kind of tempted to do, or just like add to it more, I would only do that after all the important stuff is out of the way, because it definitely makes a lot of sense where the bigger purchases give you more happiness than something like clothes. I feel like clothes happiness lasts very briefly. Just the materialistic stuff doesn't last very long. But if I were to buy, you know, a car, I'm always happy driving my car. I love my car. I am so glad I paid it off, and I really hope it lasts me a long time. That way I don't have a car payment anytime soon. A house would make me so happy for as many years as I live there. Every time I come home and have my own little space that nobody can bother me, and that would make me super happy. But clothes, it's like, I don't know. Clothes makes me happy for like the split second I buy it and I have it, but then after that, you don't think about it, right? So I kind of just wanted to buy these because they were on sale, but aside from that, I try to make sure I avoid spending when I can. So that was the most uninteresting opening of my package, but I kind of have been excited to receive these, so wanted to share my pink madness.